And good morning, YouTube. What is going on? What's going on? We had a pretty good slew of games tonight. And this is our post-game report for today on the December 3rd, 2019, as we wrap up the year also. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 games on dock tonight, so let's get right into it. Starting off with Carolina and Boston. I said Boston. I picked Boston to win this game, and after the first two periods, there were no score. Charlie Cole scored his sixth goal of the year. It was assisted at 15-15 in the third. Was 1-0, and David Kajarek, his sixth goal of the year, also assisted at 17:03, and that was it, 2-0. Shots on goal were 34 for Boston, 24 for Carolina. Both teams were 0 for 2 on the power play. Shutout for who was in goal tonight? Was it Rask? Let me check. No, Halak was in goal tonight, so Halak gets the shutout tonight. Way to go, Halak. Alright. Next game was the Rangers at Montreal. I said the Islanders. So let's get right into it. Scoring started off in the first with Philip Dumont. His seventh goal of the year, assisted at 19:59. Basically 1 second left on the clock. 1-0. And then Brendan Gosler, his 11th goal of the year, assisted at 13:30 in the second. And then Jeff Perry, his third goal of the year, assisted at 2:12 in the second, or should I say in the third. It was 3-0. Scott Mayfield puts the scoring on for the Islanders, assisted at 2:35. Basically, 41 seconds later, then Matthew Barzal, his 11th goal of the year, assisted at 17:31 in the third to make it 3-2. But Shea Weber puts the dagger in, assisted at 19:32, and Montreal wins 4-2 over the Islanders. Shots on goal were 28 for Montreal, 38 for the Islanders. Islanders were 0 for 3 on the power play. No power plays for Montreal, basically. The Islanders stayed out of the box. Or should I say, the Islanders stayed out of the box. See? Right there. A very important 2 points for Montreal. By the way, in that last series, Carolina lost, and Boston picks up a good 2 points. So, next game, Minnesota at Florida. I picked Florida to win this game because I think Florida could do it. So let's get right into it. Florida gets the scoring going with Alexander Barkov, his 9th of the year, assisted 1-0 at 9:54 in the first, and it was on a power play. Then Jonathan Huberdeau, his 11th goal of the year, assisted at 14:26 in the first period. Made 2-0 after 1. Then Jason Zucker, his 10th goal of the year, unassisted. And like that, at 9:26, it was 2-1 Florida. Then Matt Zucker, his 5th goal of the year, assisted at 12:56. And after 2 periods, it's knotted up at 2. And then Carson Sadosi, his second goal assisted his, and that came at 4:49 in the third, and like that it was 3-2 Minnesota. Luke Carter, his 6th goal of the year, puts the dagger in, assisted at 18:59 in the third, and final score was 4-2 Minnesota. Shots on goal were 26 for Minnesota, 46 for Florida. Minnesota was 0 for 1 on the power play. Florida 1 for 3 on the power play. So Florida picks up a very important 2 points in this game. Their 13th win of the year. So we'll see what happens. Next game was the Golden Knights at New Jersey. We're once again entering the matchup. And by the way, I'm sorry I forgot to give you the wins and stuff. Entering this matchup, the Golden Knights were 14-11-4 with 32 points. New Jersey was 9-13-4 with 22 points. And let's get right into it. After 1, Kyle Palmieri, his 10th goal of the year, assisted at 16:31. Like that, it was 1-0 Devils. Chandler Stevenson, his 4th goal of the year. Now, we're in the second period, by the way, okay? Assisted at 5:24 in the second, and is tied up 1-1. Jasper Bratt, his 5th goal of the year, assisted at 14:17 in the second. So after 2, it's 2-1 Devils. Then Jonathan Marchessault, his 6th goal of the year, assisted, and at 1:05, basically 65 seconds in, ties it up at 2. He scores again, gets assisted, and like that at 5:04, basically 5:04 in the third, and it's 3-2. And then he scores again, hat trick. Jonathan Marchessault, hat trick, yay! Here's the second hat trick award on a power play at 9:40 in the third, and it was 4-2 Knights. And then Nico Heiser, his 5th goal of the year, assisted at 10 minutes in the third, but that was it. So Jonathan Marchessault, 3 goals. You got 8 of the year now. And the final score was 4-3 Knights. And shots on goal were 30 for the Golden Knights, 35 for New Jersey. And the Knights went 1 for 3 on the power play. And the Devils went 0 for 2 on the power play. 15th win for the Golden Knights and their 34th point overall. By the way, folks, if you ever get a chance to go around, try some of this simply honest and delicious, nice, sparkling water. It's flavored. They got different flavors. I picked up a few tonight. It's pretty good. I like, and this is sugar-free, believe it or not. It's very good. It's no caffeine, no calories. It's a very good thing. And this is Walgreens brand, by the way. So try it if you get a chance. Product placement. Alright, let's get back into the video. Alright, next game we had was the Toronto Maple Leafs at Philadelphia. I said Toronto will win this. It was rooting for Toronto. After the matchup, Toronto was 13-11-4 with 30 points. Philadelphia was 15-7-5 with 35 points. So let's go right into it. No goals in the first. Scott London, his third goal of the year, assisted at 8:49 in the second. It was 1-0 Philly. Travis Dermott, his third goal of the year at 8:38 in the third. Now we're in the third period, by the way, okay? And like that, it's tied up 1-1. Claude Giroux with his ninth goal of the year, assisted at 10 minutes. Halfway, basically. It was 2-1 Philly. Travis Kroenke, his 10th goal of the year at 16:32 in the third. And it's 3-1 Flyers. Joe Farsby, his third goal of the year at 17:54. And like that, it's now 4-1 Philly. Sean Geddix gets to be her here. His third goal of the year, assisted in 1921. And like that, it's now 5-1 Philly. And James Van Riemsdyk assisted at 1933. And the final score was 6-1 Flyers. Shots on goal were 29 for the Flyers, 28 for Toronto. 0 for 3 on the power play was for Philly. 0 for 1 for Toronto. So Philadelphia picks up their 37th point of the year. So good going. Next, we had the Arizona Coyotes travel to Columbus. Entering the matchup, Arizona was 15-9-4, 34 points, and Columbus was 11-4 with 26 points. So here we go. First period, Clayton Keller, his 5th goal of the year on the power play in 1911. And it's 1-0 Arizona. Then Darren Kukan, his first goal of the year, assisted on a power play of their own at 2:24, and it's tied up 1-1. Christian Fisher, his 4th goal of the year, assisted. And 9:35 in the second period, and it's 2-1. And to wrap it up, Larson Cruz, his 6th goal of the year, assisted. And like that, at 16:39, it's 3-1 after 2. Then Alexander Trekker, his 4th goal of the year, at 2:13 in the third. We're now in the third period, and it's now 3-2. But Carl Soderberg, his 8th goal of the year, unassisted in 1925, and the final score was 4-2. Shots on goal were 28 for Arizona, 35 for Arizona, and Arizona went 1 for 1 on the power play, and Columbus went 1 for 3 on the power play. So Arizona picks up their 36 point of the year, their 16th win. Good going. Now, we had an overtime game tonight. It was between the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Nashville Predators. And here we go. Victor Hardman, his 5th goal of the year, assisted. And at 7:46, and it was 1-0 Tampa. Callie Jarnbonic, his 10th goal of the year, assisted at 6:13 in the second. We're now in the second. It's tied 1-1. Orjar Pollock, his 9th goal of the year, assisted. And it's now at 6:44, and it's 2-1 Tampa. Kyle Turris, his 5th goal of the year, assisted at 9:59. Now, this is the third period. Ties it up on a power play. And Nikita Koronov, his 10th goal of the year at 2:35 in the overtime. Tampa wins 3-2. By the way, entering the matchup, Tampa was 12-9-3 with 27 points. Nashville 12-10-4 with 28 points. Shots on goal were 31 for Tampa, 32 for Nashville. Tampa went 0 for 3 on the power play. Nashville went 1 for 4. Nashville did pick up a point. Their fifth time this year. 29 points for both teams, but anything can still happen, folks. It's late. It's early in the season. We're approaching midway, though. Next, we had Dallas at Winnipeg. And entered the match at Dallas was 15-10-3 with 33 points. Winnipeg 16-10-1 with 33 points. And here we go. First period, only one goal was by the Jets. Nikolaj Ehlers, his 13th goal of the year, assisted at 7:45, and after one, it was 1-0. Winnipeg. Kyle Connor in the second period got the score and started at 7:56 in the second period, and it was 2-0 Winnipeg. Josh Morrissey, his third goal of the year, assisted at 11:12 in the second, and it was 3-0 Winnipeg. Miro Huskane, his seventh goal of the year, is 17:59 in the second, and it was 3-1 Winnipeg. Then Patrick Lane, his eighth goal of the year, assisted at 19:29, and it was 4-1 Winnipeg. And then Mark Schaffler, his 10th goal of the year, puts the dagger in at 13:59 in the third, and like that, the final score was 5-1. Shots on goal were 30 for Winnipeg, 28 for Dallas. Power play, both teams were 0 for 3 on the power play. This gives Winnipeg their 17th win and their 35th point. So, ready to go. Winnipeg, good division win for them. Next, Ottawa goes to Vancouver, Battle of Canada. Entering the matchup, was 11-15-1 with Vancouver 13-11-4 with 30 points. And here we go. It was pretty much all Vancouver. I'm not going to say it. Anthony Roussel, his first goal of the year, assisted at, believe it or not, 1 minute and 50 seconds. Basically 100 seconds. And like that, no, 110 seconds. 110 seconds, folks. And like that, Vancouver's up 1-0. Tanner Pearson, his 8th goal of the year, assisted at 4:28 in the second. 2-0. Vancouver. Elson Peterson, his 12th goal of the year, on a power play at 13:58. And like that, it is 3-0 Vancouver. Zach McGowan, his first goal of the year, assisted at 17:23 in the first. And like that, it's 4-0 Vancouver. In the second, Ottawa gets on the board. Jean-Gabriel Pruger, his 15th goal of the year, assisted. And it was 4-1 Vancouver at 11:59 in the second. That was all the scoring. Then Tyler Ennis, his 7th goal of the year at 40 seconds. And it was 4-2 Vancouver. But Oscar Finnisberg, his first goal of the year, puts the dagger in. And when it's done, 5-2 Vancouver. Shots on goal were 29 for Vancouver, 42 for Ottawa. Vancouver was 1 for 2 on the power play. 0 for 3 was Ottawa. Vancouver picks up their 32nd point of the year, their 14th win. And finally, the nightcap game. Washington and San Jose. Entering the matchup, Washington was 19-4-5 with 43 points. San Jose 15-12-1 with 31 points. Let's get right into it. Marco Carlson, his third goal of the year, assisted at 2:33 in the first. It was 1-0 Sharks. Garrett Hathaway, his third goal of the year, ties it up at 1-1 at 13:31 in the first. Jacob Verna, his third goal of the year, puts the Capitals up 2-1 at 14:24 in the first. John Carlson of the Capitals scores his 9th goal of the year, assisted at 16:32. And after one period, it was Washington 3, San Jose 1. In the second, Garrett Hathaway again with his 2nd goal of the night and his 4th goal of the year, assisted. And at 2:31 in the second, it was 4-1. Jacob Verna, his 2nd goal of the day. 14th for the year, assisted. And like that, it was 5-1 Sharks. 5-1 Washington at 16:15. No, but Evander Kane, his 13th goal of the year, assisted at 13:07. But it was a little too late. Washington wins 5-2. Shots on goal were 28 for Washington, 25 for San Jose. 0 for 2 on the power play was the Sharks. Capitals didn't get one penalty. They stayed out of the box. This was the 20th win for the Caps. Their 45th point leading wins. So way to go for them. And let's look at the standings. We're fast. I tell you, this is good. I'm going to go to the league. Do the league because this will be all in order. Okay, Boston now has the best record at 23-5 with 45 points, followed right by Washington at 24-5. Same with the points, 45 each. The Blues, okay, 18-5-6 with 42 points. Then it's the Islanders, the Flyers, Edmonton, Arizona, Winnipeg, Colorado, Vegas, Carolina, Dallas, Pittsburgh, Vancouver, Florida, and Buffalo round out the top 16. And you know only 16 teams make the playoffs. Now I know what you're saying. How's Buffalo in the hunt? I mean, how can Buffalo be where they're at with their record 13-10-5? With San Jose at 15-13-1 and 31 points. Well, one, it's the but Buffalo has a higher row of 85. San Jose has a 14 row. And the goal differential is another thing. Buffalo's a +2. San Jose is a -12. And home record. Of course. So that a lot of things play in factors. And By the way, the Blues have won 4 straight games. Boston has won 8 straight. Washington has won 4 straight. So anything can still happen. Now, I said we're going to look at the wild card, the standings during January. But let's take a look at this right now. Things ended today. Okay. In the playoffs, for the Metropolitan, it is Washington, the Islanders, and Philadelphia. In the Atlantic, it's Boston, Florida, and Buffalo. And wild card, Boston will take on Pittsburgh, and Carolina will be in Washington to start off. But right now, still in the hunt is Montreal. There's really no teams out just yet. We'll wait about till mid-February and stuff, or about early February to find out who's out, really. Right now, everyone's still in it. In the West, your division winners for the Central are the Blues, Winnipeg, and Dallas. Colorado. In the Pacific is Edmonton, Arizona, and Vegas. Dallas and Vancouver are your wild card teams. So, Vancouver will come to St. Louis. Dallas will go to Edmonton. And that's really about it. So that's a quick look in the standings right now for the playoffs. Guys have things in it today, but you know what though? There's still plenty of season left. You never know what's going to happen in these wild and zany playoffs. In this season. But you know what though? Like I said, we're going to have a better look at this around early February. About early to mid-February, we're really going to have a better look on who's in and who's out of the playoffs. So look out, folks. Okay, anything can happen. You just never know. So that's about it, folks. I will see you guys around. And remember, the Lord's watching you. And if you all... Sorry, I know I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Also, folks, if you guys want more in-depth hockey, check out Shannon on the Hockey Guide. That's his page, the Hockey Guide. Check out his page. And also, for Blues fans, if you guys want to check out the Aloha Report. Hey, guy. Want to give you another shout out. Aloha. And also, I want to send a big thank you to everyone who watches. Now, remember, folks, on the last video I did, which was the pregame report, if I can get 50 subscribers, okay, I will send you this sheet. This is the first NHL report of the year. I will send you this sheet. Literally, I will send you this sheet. Okay, and it's even autographed, as you see. And for 50 likes on the last video, and for this video, okay, I will send you all 4 sheets because these are all the reports I got so far. But I will send you all 4 of these sheets, these 2, plus these two sheets right here, okay, for 50 likes on the last video. Okay, so that's about it. And that will do it here. I love you guys a lot. Remember, Lord's watching. I'll see you guys around. Oh, I forgot to give you games for tomorrow. Man, I'm so happy with myself. I want to get this video done and stuff. So let's do it. Let's get right into it. Tomorrow's games and where to watch them. Alright, 7 Eastern. Only most of my picks. Who am I picking? Tomorrow's games, tomorrow, December 4th. Colorado's in Toronto. I keep forgetting this. Alright, hold on here, folks. We got a little Colorado. Where's Colorado? Sometimes when you take a team played and then you can't find them on here, it's weird. Okay, hold on here. Gotta go to the standings. I thought I wrote it down. It's a good thing I got the standings. Okay. All right, Toronto has a back-to-back. Sorry about that. Colorado entering the matchup was 16-8-2 with 34 points. Toronto 13-12-4 with 32 points. And who am I going to go with? I'm going Colorado. I think Colorado has the game and stuff. Next is the Blues. By the way, this is at 7 Eastern. The Blues are in Pittsburgh. Entering the matchup, the Blues are 18-5-6. With 42 points. Pittsburgh is 14-9-4 with 32 points. Now this is at 8 Eastern, 7 Central. And of course, I'm not backstepping the Blues at all. Of course, I think Pittsburgh's a good team, but I'm going for the Blues. Next is Ottawa visiting Edmonton. Ottawa is 16-1. Edmonton is 17-9-3. With 37 point. I'm not sorry, 37. Ottawa, where are you at in Ottawa? 23 points for Ottawa. And I'm going Edmonton. I think Edmonton will do it. Oh, and by the way, let's tell you where you can watch these games. So you guys know. For Colorado, you can watch it on Sportsnet in Canada. You can also watch it on Sportsnet 360, which is their app. You can also watch this on TVAS, which is in Canada, and Altitude on Colorado. And remember, all games can be also seen on NHL.tv or through the NHL app. Next, on the St. Louis game, which is at Pittsburgh, that will be seen on NBC Sportsnet, national television. Ottawa at Edmonton, that's a 9:30 Eastern game, 8:30 Central. You can see that on TVAS and
Police in Tennessee say they have arrested 2 of the 4 teens who escaped a juvenile detention center over the weekend. Last night,
Canada, basically all Canada, and for so TVAS, Sportsnet West or Winnipeg, Sportsnet OL. I don't know what the OL is, but you can watch it on that, and TSN 5. And finally, Washington playing a back-to-back to LA. Washington is 24-5, 45 points. LA is 11, 15-2 with 24 points. And I'm going Washington, folks. I think Ovechkin and the Caps will beat those. I think they will beat them. Alright, let's get this last sheet signed. By the way, remember, folks, all these sheets that are going to be coming to you will be signed. There it is. All sheets will be signed, so you know that they are done for today. Alright, well, that will do it. I'll see you guys tomorrow with the post-game report tomorrow. Till then, I love you guys a lot. And as always, the Lord's watching, and stay safe.